Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of, wait for it, good, lab practices. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Liza, lab practices, is this a prank? I promise it's not. This stuff is actually super important, especially if you're into science, research, or just want to make sure your experiments don't turn into a scene from a sci-fi movie. We're talking safety, accuracy, and making sure your lab runs smoother than my dance moves after a triple shot espresso. So buckle up, Buttercup, because class is officially in session. All right, first things first, organization. Just like you wouldn't walk into a dance battle without your crew, you don't want to walk into a lab without knowing who's who and what's what. Having a clear structure and trained personnel is like having a choreographed routine. Everyone knows their role, everyone slays their part, and nobody accidentally sets the Bunsen burner on fire. Hopefully. This is about teamwork, people. Make sure everyone's got the right skills and training to handle their experiments like the science superstars they are. Next up, we've got the Quality Assurance Program, aka the QAP, your secret weapon against wonky results and experimental fails. Think of it as the ultimate fact checker, making sure your data is as reliable as my love for snacks. A strong QAP is all about having systems in place to catch errors, guarantee accuracy, and keep your experiments on point. Trust me, you don't want to be that person who accidentally creates a black hole because they forgot to carry the one. Now let's talk about the lab itself. You wouldn't film a masterpiece in a dusty old basement, would you? Okay, maybe some people would, but you get my point. Your lab needs to be in tip-top shape. We're talking proper ventilation, good lighting, and enough space to dance between experiments without knocking over beakers. A well-maintained lab is a happy lab, and a happy lab means happy experiments, or at least experiments that are more likely to succeed. Okay, imagine showing up to a cooking competition with a rusty spatula and a dull knife. Not a good look, right? Same goes for the lab. Using the right apparatus, reagents, and materials is like having the freshest ingredients and the sharpest knives, essential for success. And don't even get me started on maintenance. You gotta keep those instruments clean and calibrated, people. A well-maintained tool is a reliable tool, and a reliable tool won't let you down when it matters most. Now let's talk test systems. These are the building blocks of your experiments. And just like choosing the right outfit for a special occasion, you gotta pick the right system for the job. Each system has its own quirks and capabilities, so you gotta do your research and choose wisely. It's all about finding that perfect match between your experiment's needs and the system's strengths. Speaking of important choices, let's not forget about test and reference substances. These guys are the VIPs of your experiments, so you gotta treat them with respect. We're talking proper handling, storage, and labeling, because the last thing you want is a case of mistaken identity in the lab. Consistency is key here, people. You want to make sure your results are reliable and accurate, and that means using substances that are as consistent as my daily iced coffee order. All right, let's talk SOPs, aka Standard Operating Procedures. Don't let the name fool you. These are basically your lab's rulebook, your ultimate guide to consistency and quality. Think of them as your trusty sidekick, always there to remind you of the steps, the precautions, and the best practices. Following SOPs is like having a superpower. It helps you avoid mistakes, ensures reproducibility, and keeps your experiments running smoother than a freshly waxed surfboard. All right, it's time for the main event, performing the study. This is where all your hard work, preparation, and attention to detail come together. It's like choreographing a dance routine, but instead of moves, you're using scientific methods. Following protocols, taking accurate measurements, and documenting everything is key. Remember, science is all about precision and accuracy, so don't cut corners. You know that feeling when you have an amazing dream, but you forget it the minute you wake up? Yeah, let's avoid that in the lab. Recording your results is like writing down your dreams. It helps you remember, analyze, and learn from your experiments. Be detailed, be organized, and don't be afraid to use all the colors of the rainbow. Last but not least, let's talk storage. You know how I organize my snack drawer? Well, imagine that, but with lab records and materials. Proper storage and retention are crucial for future reference audits and just keeping your lab from turning into a chaotic black hole of forgotten experiments. Label everything clearly, store things in a logical way, and make sure you have a system for easily finding what you need when you need it. And that's a wrap on good lab practices. Who knew science could be so organized? Remember, guys, following these practices isn't just about checking boxes. It's about ensuring safety, accuracy, and making sure your experiments are as awesome as they can be. Now go out there, rock those lab coats, and make some scientific magic happen. And don't forget to subscribe for more epic adventures in the world of knowledge.